In this video, I'm going to show you how to play Miss Murder by AFI off of their album December Underground. And if that sounds good to you, smash that like button and stay tuned. What's up, alt rockers? America's favorite guitar playing Ginger is back with another guitar lesson. If this is our first time meeting, my name is Scott, and on this channel we learn how to play the best rock songs of the past and how to produce the best rock songs of the future. Leave a comment down below if AFI was your favorite emo band, and let's dive in. This song's gonna be in half step down tuning, so make sure you tune all of your strings down a half step, E to E flat, B to B flat, and so on. The intro of this song is gonna start with these three chords. So what we're doing there, we're playing open, 5th string, and then 7th fret, on the 4th. Okay, and the reason my hand is positioned like this is because the next chord is going to be 4th string, 7th fret, and then 5th fret, 3rd string. And then the third chord is going to be 4th string, 7th fret again, and this time 9th fret on the 3rd string. So those three chords together. And the rhythm's gonna be, and then we'll just play some harmonics on the 6th string. So we'll just go up and down the 6th string. I usually start around the 5th fret and go up to around the 10th and then come back down to the 5th. So it sounds like this. It's just one bar. And then we kick into the main riff of the song, which also happens to be the chorus riff. So that riff will sound like this. So let's break those chords down. We're going to be focusing on strings 3 through 6. Okay, and the first chord is basically just going to be an A power chord. So that's a power chord on the 5th string. If you want to include this note, which is 5th fret, 3rd string, you can. That makes it kind of a bar chord, but we're going to be ignoring the 1st and 2nd strings. Okay, the next chord, what we're going to do is move the ring finger and the pinky over a string. So now we have 5th fret, 6th, and 5th, and then 7th fret, 4th, and 3rd. So that's kind of like this D power chord, but we're including the 5th fret of the 6th string as the bass note. So the first two chords are this. And we slide that position down to the 3rd fret. So that pattern slides down to the 3rd fret. Okay, so that's like this C power chord, but we're including 6th string, 3rd fret as the bass note. And then we jump to this bar chord, the G bar chord, which is 3rd fret, 6th string. Again, focusing on strings 6 through 3 and ignoring the 1st and 2nd. And the right hand rhythm's gonna go like this. So we have kind of like a swing rhythm, so instead of playing straight 8th notes, we're going to be playing it sort of off beat, like a swing pattern. Okay, so we'll play through that part several times. Right here, what we'll do is we'll hit 4 harmonics. So we just let your fingers rest on the strings. At this point, we go down to the 1st fret power chord, and we'll be palm muting for the first 4 hits, and then we let it ring out. Then we go to E, so that's an open 6-string power chord. And then we slide up to the 7th fret of the 5th, which is also an E. Continue letting that 6th string ring out. And then it'll end on this A. So altogether, that main riff and chorus part sounds like this. And then we'll kick into this little pre-verse riff. And what that riff is going to be is this. So what we're doing there, 7th fret, 4th string, 2 hits, then 9th fret, 3rd, back to 7th fret, 4th, then 9th, hammer on 10, and pick 10 again. So we have this so far. Then back to 7th fret, 4th. We alternate now with the 9th fret of the 3rd. Slide down to the 5th fret of the 4th. Then back to the 7th fret of the 4th, but play the harmonic here. So what that means is instead of actually playing the 7th fret of the 4th, let your finger rest on the string, right where that fret is, and you should hear it harmonic ring out. So we'll play that twice through. And we can let that harmonic note ring out as we enter the verse. The first half of the verse is going to be just bass. When the guitar kicks in, it goes like this. So for those chords, we're just playing bar chords again, focusing on 6th through 3rd strings. So we have this A minor bar chord. If you want, you can just play the A power chord. To play the bar chord, you include the 5th fret of the 3rd string. Same swing rhythm that we've been playing. You hit the first 2 open, and then palm mute. And then repeat. Slide down to the G. That's a G major bar chord. And then down to an open E chord. Again, focusing on just strings 6 through 3. That part will repeat twice. Repeat. So you see at the end there, we hit that open on 2 separate occasions. Open, palm mute, and then we just hit the E 1 time. And then we kick into the first chorus, which like we mentioned, is the same as the opening riff. And now we kick into the pre-verse riff for verse 2. And this one's going to be slightly different than the first one. So the first one we were playing, This time what we're going to be doing is playing this. So what we're doing there basically is playing triplets. So for each beat we hit a note 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be the pattern. So we're going to be starting 7th fret, 4th string. We hit that 6 times, then we go to the 5th fret, 3rd string, 1 hit, and then back to 7th fret, 4th. So it sounds like this. And then we start to repeat. 6 hits there. This time, put your pinky on the 7th fret of the 3rd, hit that 1 time, back to the 7th fret of the 4th. So far we have this. Then we slide down to the 5th fret of the 4th string. Same pattern with the right hand. Then we hit 4th fret of the 3rd, back to 5th fret of the 4th. And then we're going to go up to the 7th fret of the 5th. Same pattern with the right hand. And then you hit 9th fret of the 3rd. So that's an octave. So all together, so far, we have this. Then we'll start to repeat. Right at this point, we can start to let the strings ring out as well. So we go. Then we hit 5th fret of the 3rd, back to the 7th fret of the 4th, then 5th fret of the 3rd again, hammer on 7th fret of the 3rd. So that sounds like this. Then we go down, 5th fret, 4th string, still letting the strings ring out at this point. Hit 4th fret of the 3rd, 2 more on the 5th fret of the 4th, back to 4th fret of the 3rd. So that sounds like this. Then we go down to the 7th fret of the 5th, play the power chord now. So all together, that pre-verse riff going into the 2nd verse sounds like this. I'll play it slow. The 2nd verse is the same as the 1st with 1 added part. That added part, there's a that's all that part is it's just sort of this background sound. So we have 9th fret of the 3rd string, up to 10, down to 7, and then all the way down to 1. So you'll finish that 2nd verse and the 2nd chorus, and then we go into the breakdown. So in the breakdown, the band completely changes the tempo of the song. It's almost like a totally different song here. I'll play this part slow. So what we're doing there is we're just sort of playing these arpeggiated parts. But what we're going to do is play an open A string, so open 5th string, then 7th fret, 4th, 2 hits on the open 5th, and then we play 9th fret of the 3rd, 7th fret of the 4th, and then the open 5th, so just going down like that. We hit that open 5th string twice, then we go to 8th fret, 3rd string, then we hit an open 6th, and then we play an 8th fret power chord on the 6th string. So what we have so far is this. Three hits on that power chord, open 6th string again, and then open 5th, repeat that part. So that's almost the same thing, but instead of playing power chords like this, we just hit it twice. And then we repeat that part again. Then we move down here, 5th fret, 6th string, power chord. Hit that twice. And then we palm mute and crescendo back in on that same chord. And then we start to repeat. So we'll play through that part several times, the first couple of times with a clean guitar, and then the last couple of times with a distorted guitar. So the distorted guitar is played the same way. Obviously, we just turn the distortion on. And then the second time, we can palm mute a bit. And then the transition before we kick into the last chorus is we just go down to that open E power chord. Play that swing rhythm, letting the strings ring out. And then we kick in with the riff. And then the last chorus kicks in right there. And because the last chorus is extended, there's an extra part. And that extra part is just going to be these octave swipes. It'll sound like this. So that part's pretty much going to be tremolo picking. So when you're playing it at tempo, it's just going to be picked very quickly. Let's break down the pattern. So we're starting on the 12th fret. Because we're octave swiping, 12th fret of the 5th includes 14th fret of the 3rd. Then we go up to the 14th fret, 15th fret, down to 10, up to 11, and then 12. Then up to 14, this time up to 17, down to 15. So far we have this. Then it'll repeat. At this point we hit 12, and then 11. Underneath that part, the rhythm guitar is still playing that main riff. And then both guitars will end on the A power chord. Did AFI have the best emo haircuts? Comment down below. And while you're down there, click the subscribe button to join the congregation and get more guitar lessons and videos every single week. Thanks so much for joining me, and remember, hug the gingers in your life because we do, in fact, have souls.